Hi everyone, so we are going to do a blind batch B524 battle. We are going to do a blind comparison of Elijah Craig barrel proof batch B524 against the Larceny barrel proof batch B524. This is the first time that I've actually put two of these Heaven Hill 3 times a year releases against each other and the same batch. So we have the current release from May of this year, the B524 batch release, both Heaven Hill products. Elijah Craig is the rye bourbon, Larceny is the wheated bourbon. Just really quick, the differences with Elijah Craig, proof is 130.6, Larceny is 125.4, age 11 years, 2 months on the Elijah Craig. The age on the Larceny is said to be in the 6 to 8 range. Mash bill, Elijah Craig, 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. That's the rye bourbon. And for the wheated Larceny, 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. So the proofs are fairly close. I mean, you're looking at 5 points difference approximately. The age is different because basically you're looking at whether it be twice as much or several years more. The Elijah Craig is aged several years more than the Larceny at a minimum. I do think that the Larceny's on average are aged less. The Elijah Craig's obviously each batch now since the middle of 2023 they vary, but this is aged a lot more. However, I want to see, because I've heard a lot of things where people say some of the Larceny's are better, some of the Elijah Craig's are better. Depends on the batches. So we're going to put these in blind. We're going to pour them up, mix them up, do a blind comparison, and let's get them in glasses now and get started. Okay, so we have the glasses poured up. They're labeled. Have no clue which is which. As in every other blind, we're going to try to see which we prefer, and also see if we can pick out which is which. The general, to just generalize, wheated bourbons are supposed to have more softness, similar to wheat, rye, more spice. But at this proof level and at this, these are complex bourbons. That's not going to be it. There's different, measures of corn, one more, one less. And even some wheats have spice, cinnamon spice. And so it's not just going to be that determining factor, but I am curious to see if I can pick them out and obviously which I prefer. So let's just give them a nose. I'm getting more aroma out of this one, almost like a dough bread smell than not normally you would think that is a wheated bourbon, but it's too early to tell until I can get the taste. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers. That's very good. Well, they're both good, but might get some water. Okay, just had a sip of water. So sometimes I thought in this case maybe it's good just to refresh one time. But sometimes I just kind of like going from one to the other without the water because I can actually tell the differences between them better than the water kind of interfering. So anyway, all right, let me just do this one more time before I just go through the nose and the palate again. Okay, now I'm looking at it again. I said this was dough before. Now I'm getting a little bit of this tobacco, which if it's tobacco, then it's definitely Elijah Craig. But this is just a little more muted. Now, this is more proof. This is 5 proof points approximately higher. It's not much, but it is a difference. And wheat is going to be softer. So all right, let's do this one more time. Cheers. Cheers. All right. Well, I said this was a softer aroma. There was more aroma in this. This also has a little more potency to it. So I'm going to say, as far as what I think it is, I think this is the Elijah Craig. I think this is the Larceny. And surprisingly, if that is the case, I'd be surprised because I do like this better, whereas I thought I was going to like the Larceny. But let's see which is. I might be wrong. This is the Elijah Craig. Okay, you got it right. All right, so basically this. I was going into this. I've read there's a lot of people who thought some of the Larceny batches were better than the Elijah Craig. Let's put it this way. If I was doing the 94, the Larceny 92 small batch, 92 proof, Elijah Craig 94 proof, it would be Elijah Craig every day. I was never a fan of the Larceny 92 proof small batch. But these can differ. I actually really have been liking, I've been liking all these barrel proofs, but I really went into this thinking, a lot of people have said the Larceny is actually better than some of the Elijah Craigs. I was thinking in my head, but this is why you do blind. So basically what the difference was, so this is the, this was the Elijah Craig here. Definitely more aroma, more proof. I think it's more potent. And this was less aroma, softer. That would make sense with the wheat. And then when I smelled it again, I am getting that tobacco, but I swear now I'm getting some chocolate too. It changes all the time. But I thought, after doing this review, I remember when I reviewed each of them, I remember that I thought I liked this. My review is a little more positive of this than that. And yet, doing this blind, I really like this. And remember that this one beat out the A124 in my review. So I guess I like the Elijah Craig B524 better than I thought. I like them both. It's not like this was a blowout by any means. But they just, in this battle, there was just a little bit more for me with the Elijah Craig. But that's just me. I think, I have a feeling this one, I think if I did this 10 times, it is possible I might get different results, and everybody's palate's different. So that's it from here. I just thought it'd be kind of good. I have always wanted to do one batch of one Heaven Hill batch at the same time. So there's your B524 blind battle. Cheers, take care, and thanks for watching.